My name is Debbie Jury. I have had diabetes for 46 years. I acquired diabetes when I was 17 years old. I was surprised. I had never heard of type 1 diabetes before. Here I was 17, 112 pounds, and I couldn't believe that this would be something that I would have. There wasn't Google. It wasn't like you could look up and find out the symptoms of it. And so I got a pamphlet and it scared me to death. The doctor said, here, this is insulin, this is a needle. Go home, give yourself 13 units every day. So I went home and I sat on my bed, and 45 minutes later, after just trying and trying to put it in, I finally gave myself the 13 units.
Oh wait, this one's engraved.
I think this is cool. I have never seen this. You can just look at my time period of 46 years as a diabetic, how things have changed. I've seen so many advances. In the beginning, they were really slow, and now they're happening, and they're happening fast. It is because of people like the JDRF. People can have machinery that is continuously giving them insulin, that is continuously reading their blood sugar, and it's making all the difference. In order to do research, there has to be funding, and I do believe there's going to be a cure for diabetes. When I was 17, people weren't living long with diabetes. The lifespan was more like 45 years of age. And now I'm in my 60s. I'm not going to make it to 80, I'm going to make it to 100. My mother lived to be 94. There's no doubt in my mind I can do it too.
Honestly, I don't remember life without diabetes. I can't remember eating a bowl of cereal in the morning and not worrying about dosing or wondering how high my blood sugar would be going. My name is Zach Jonas and I have type 1 diabetes. What I remember from the day is going to the doctor's office and my mom being told by my doctor that I had type 1. I knew it was something bad just from the reaction from both of them. In second grade, I would give myself 3 to 4 shots a day. And I gave myself so many finger sticks that I have calluses on my fingers, and I have scar tissue on my stomach and my waist, just from all the needles and injections that I've done throughout my life. Playing soccer with type 1 diabetes is a real challenge. My blood sugar was low before a soccer game, and I was sitting on the bench eating fruit snacks to raise my blood sugar. A senior came over to me and said, I honestly think that diabetes is your Achilles heel. I realized that he was wrong a couple months later, because I'm so much more than just diabetes. And diabetes isn't my Achilles heel, because if anything, I've learned from it. And even though it's a constant struggle day in and day out, I have the support group like JDRF and my family and friends to help me get through it. The artificial pancreas, it's not a new organ. It's the insulin pump and a CGM working together to raise and lower your blood sugars. So if you're high, your insulin pump will automatically bring you down. And if you're low, the insulin flow will be cut off and you'll go back up. Right now, I am on a waiting list. I've been super excited to get it. And I know that it's gonna make a humongous impact on my life. It's not a long-term cure, it's just a temporary one. But I absolutely think we're gonna find a cure because we're so close. We just need to get over the edge and we're there.
My name is Timmy Tate Bosley, and I have type 1 diabetes.
So we noticed that Timley was just drinking a lot of water.
She's my little girl every morning, and she's sitting on my lap, and she was just an angry child that morning. Couldn't get her to calm down.
She was in tears, and I just drove her right to her doctor's office and asked for them to test her blood because I thought that maybe she did have juvenile diabetes.
My phone rang. Megan was crying and she said, Timley has type 1 diabetes. I remember the number, they were 542.
And to this day, we still don't know when or why it happened. And I don't think many people ever will. It just can happen. And it happened to us. We came home with probably 10 prescriptions, and we had no clue. We had no clue. We thought, we're gonna get these prescriptions filled, we've got this, we can conquer it, we can maintain it. And it was like the first kick down the stairs. It was like, oh.
It's very hard to ask anybody to try to manage a diabetic child. Megan had to quit her job. It was important for Megan to take care of Tinley.
But it was hard because she was so little that everything was painful.
She can have a day that she goes to 300 or 320 and I walk in the door and she's the happiest soul, but I know what it's done to her body. It doesn't feel good.
I guess my biggest fear is missing a low or not knowing that her ketones are high and ending up worst case scenario. Yeah. This is a rough disease, and it's painful, and it's exhausting, and it's really hard. But she is a rock star. I call her my little warrior because she's never cried about it. She has never said, why me? She's never made a fuss.
I remember her telling me there's this great organization, JDRF, and all this networking that's going to help you.
JDRF was the first words that I remember hearing, and it was life-changing. I mean, I immediately went from being alone to having a network of family.
They approach your new life with such grace that it's not an intrusion, it just becomes a natural welcoming.
To the people that fund this, to the people that participate, that donate, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I say, please don't stop, because this disease isn't going away.
The day a cure comes through would probably be just like the day Tinley was born. It's the greatest day of my life.